Hey guys, it's Dani. I am super excited for today's video because it's yet another collaboration video with my friend here on YouTube, Life with Lokie. Now, Hermes has recently released 6 new bags for their Fall/Winter 2022 collection, and when I read this article by Purse Bob, I was really quite interested. Now, I'm looking more at Hermes, and as some of you may already know, I am planning to get a Birkin 25 this year. I haven't quite decided whether I'm going to go via the reseller route or whether I'm going to go and try and build a purchase history via Hermes, which is why I am looking into some of the other products that they offer. I mean, even if I go via a reseller for my Birkin 25, after my Birkin 25, I still want a Kelly 28. So if I feel like I go via a reseller for my Birkin 25, it's still worthwhile trying to build up a purchase history to see whether I can get my next Hermes Kelly 28 via the boutique. And if I'm going to be talking about Hermes, who is better to talk to than my friend here, Life with Lokie? If you are looking into Hermes or if you love Hermes, go ahead and binge watch her channel. There is so much Hermes on there. So the task for this collaboration is that Lokie and I will be looking at these 6 new bags from Hermes. We will be judging them for ourselves, scoring them out of 10, and then commenting on whether we would pick the bag for ourselves. The other thing that we're going to do is to guess whether the other person will pick the bag for themselves, and then we'll see if we guessed it right. Now, this may be a little bit funny because recently Lokie roasted this Balenciaga bag, which looks like a shopping basket, and I actually quite like it. And don't forget to leave your thoughts about these bags in the comment section below. And without further ado, let's get into these bags. This first bag is quite interesting. It's like a double-sided Kelly. It's in the Cellier style, so quite structured. And it's got a flap on both sides, and the flap are of different sizes. And on each flap, instead of having 2 sangles, each flap only has 1 sangle. It's got no top handle, and it looks like it has a non-detachable, non-adjustable shoulder strap that looks quite short. So perhaps only suitable to wear as a long shoulder bag, not so comfortable crossbody. It looks like it's pretty small because it's only a little bit longer than the model's hand. So when I first saw this, I was like, what on earth is this? It looks like my daughter has taken 2 Hermes Kellys, cut them apart, cut off 1 sangle on each side, and then stuck them together in like a slightly haphazard manner. This bag is a no for me because aesthetically the angles are just too acute and there's just too much going on. And you know, Chanel did make a double-sided flap bag, so it's got a flap with the CC turn locks on 2 sides. People say that when they wear this bag, the CC turn lock actually pokes into their ribs when they're wearing it, and the Hermes turn lock is actually longer than the CC turn lock, so I can imagine that it's going to be quite uncomfortable to wear this bag against your body. On top of that, if you want to access the back compartment, you either have to flip the bag around or you're going to have to pull the bag away from your body in order to open it to get to your items. It's neither aesthetic nor functional. So I would score this bag a 4 out of 10 for effort and leather. As to whether Lokie will like this bag or not, in this video over here, Lokie talked about the Hermes Colormatic range, where Hermes took some of their classic bags and stuck some color blocking designs on it. And Lokie was not a fan of this design. She felt that it was too quirky and just too loud. And this new bag over here, in my opinion, takes it up an extra few notches. So no, I don't think Lokie will be liking this bag. And here is Hermes bag number 2. This bag is very much like the Kelly dance. So the Kelly dance is like a Kelly, but it has no top handle. It also has these 2 D-rings on the back of the bag. And it comes with a detachable strap that can be threaded through so that the bag can be worn as a long shoulder bag, a short shoulder bag, a crossbody bag, a backpack, as well as a belt bag. This new bag from Hermes has a non-detachable strap that is just attached to the side of the bag. And I like that in this image we can see that the models are wearing these bags crossbody and they're really quite high up on the trunk. I personally do like that style. You know, the Kelly lock is actually really quite cumbersome, and when you have it quite high up, it's actually a lot easier to manipulate that turn lock and to get in and out of the bag. That's actually something that I've done with my own Kelly 32. I've deliberately bought a shorter strap for it. The strap length actually looks to be adjustable, so yay, bonus! The other advantage about this bag is that it has no top handle, because the top handle can be quite uncomfortable poking into your ribs if you're wearing it crossbody quite high up. So I kind of like that about this bag. And if you really want a top handle, you can just tie a twilly onto the top of the bag, just like what Clara has done in this video over here to her Kelly to go. I really do prefer this bag actually over the original Kelly dance, because with the attachment of the straps against the the bag is more likely to sit upright. Instead of having the D-rings on the back of the bag, the Kelly dance is more likely to pitch forward. I've also heard people say how they don't really appreciate the versatility of the Kelly dance. Although it's really versatile and you can carry it in so many ways, it's too small to be a backpack, it's too big to be a belt bag, and it's kind of just perfect as a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag, so why not just keep it simple? Okay, so I really like this Hermes bag number 2, and I'm gonna score it a whopping 9 out of 10. Now, as to whether I think Lokie will like this bag or not, I think she will approve of its elegance and its simplicity. However, I know that Lokie likes bigger bags, so I think she may pass on this one. Hermes bag number 3 looks like a version of the Kelly to go. Now, if you're not familiar, the Kelly to go is a wallet on chain of the Kelly. So it's like a long wallet. It has a flap, it has the turn lock as well as the sangles, and it opens up like an accordion style. It does fit a little bit more than a typical wallet on chain. If you are interested in thorough reviews, I know Clara as well as Lou have this bag. The Kelly to go does fit a phone and some extra things as well. This new version actually looks thicker than the original Kelly to go, and it looks like it's got more capacity. The strap is thicker and shorter, and it's got a little bit of extra hardware as well, so it makes it look a bit more masculine, a bit edgier than the original Kelly to go. The strap looks like it is non-detachable, so this bag can probably only be worn on the shoulder, on the crook of the arm, or handheld. I think this would be a great bag for a guy actually, or if you're looking for something that's a bit more casual than the Kelly to go. In terms of practicality, I already alluded to earlier that managing the Kelly turn lock as well as the sangles is a two-hand task, and I think that's a lot easier to manage when you have the bag crossbody, so that you can deal with it leaning against your hip rather than under your armpit. So yeah, I want to test it out in person. I'm interested. I like this bag. I'd score it 7 out of 10. Now, do I think Lokie will like this bag? I think she may pass on this one. If the strap was detachable and she could wear it as a clutch, maybe she might like it. But I think this is a little bit edgy for her because Lokie is very ladylike. Hermes bag number 4 is really getting me excited. Oh, it is shaped like the Kelly, but it hasn't got the whole turn lock flap sangle situation going on. I think it looks really modern, really fresh, really clean, and also really practical. They have it in a few sizes, so there looks like there's a mini one which is similar to the Kelly Pochette, and it looks like there's a bigger one which may be more like a Kelly 32 or a Kelly 35. Even the mini one looks like it's got reasonable depth, so it looks like it could actually fit quite a bit. Now, with this new zipper closure as well, it looks like it will fit more into the bag in general compared to a traditional Kelly, and that's because you can fill the bag all the way up to the flap. When you close a traditional Kelly, what you have to do is actually tighten the top of the bag to get the flap over the turn lock. And when we do this, we essentially lose the capacity of the top 1/3 of the bag. So to open it, there is a long zipper that goes across the entire length of the bag and wraps around as well. It looks like it has a shoulder strap that is non-detachable and non-adjustable. The shoulder strap looks quite short, so probably it's only wearable as a long shoulder bag. With where the straps are attached to the bag, it does look like you have to make sure that the bag is fully zipped up in order to comfortably carry the bag, otherwise it may just flop open. So although I do like the look of the larger size bag, I think it might be a bit of a pain to use because we typically carry a larger size bag because we're carrying more. So if you've got lots of stuff in your bag, you gotta then support the bottom of the bag in order to try and zip close the bag, which is gonna be really annoying because you're gonna need an extra hand to secure the end of the zip to then zip your bag closed. So it's almost like you're gonna need 3 hands to operate this bag. So my pick is the mini sized one. I especially love the white one with the beige glazing. Oh, so pretty. I would score this bag a 10 out of 10. Now, as to whether I think Lokie will like this bag, I think she will actually like the larger size one because she likes the big bags, and the simplicity and the cleanliness of this design might really strike a note with her. Hermes bag number 5 is this clutch. So it's a pretty flat pouch. It's got the big H logo on the front. It's got a zip along the top of it as well as a handle. In terms of its capacity, I think it's really appropriate for an evening event or maybe to use as a wallet in your bag or a catch-all within your bag. I'm gonna say I don't like this one. It doesn't look very useful to me. Now, if I was gonna carry an evening bag, I want it to be a bit flashier than this one, and I wouldn't use it as a catch-all in a bigger bag because catch-alls have to endure lots of wear and tear, and this bag will be done in no time for me. So I'll score this bag a 1 out of 10. and I don't think Lokie will like this one either. Hermes bag number 6. So this bag didn't actually make the runway, however it was spotted. So it's an iteration of the Birkin. It has the flap turned diagonally and it has no sangles. Hermes has also gone ahead and used 2 different leathers for this bag, so a textured leather for the body of the bag and smooth leather for the flap of the bag, as well as that front slip pocket. Aesthetically, I think it looks okay the way it is pictured here. It's a little bit edgy, not quite classic. However, what I want to see is that flap tucked in to see what the bag looks like then. On the corner here, it's hard to tell what Hermes has done to the front of the bag. It looks like they might have cut out a piece of leather and introduced a dip. So I really want to know what it looks like with that flap on the inside of the bag. I would score this bag a 6 out of 10. I like it, but I'm not really sure. I need to check it out in person. If I already had like 5 Birkins in my collection, sure, I might go ahead and purchase this one just for fun. As to whether I think Lokie will like this bag or not, I think she might pass on this one. It's just not classic enough for her. Do leave me a comment to let me know which of these bags you like. Now I'm gonna head over to Lokie's channel now to see her video. I'm really curious to know whether she gets my preferences right, so come and join me.